Hi, welcome to the podcast for When the Curves Line Up for March 9, 2024, featuring how to observe Jupiter and Uranus in the same binocular field. Please see the article that includes diagrams of today's events on the website at whenthecurveslineup.com. Text by Jeffrey L. Hunt. In Chicago, sunrise occurs at 6:12 a.m. Central Standard Time, followed by sunset at 5:51 p.m. As the equinox approaches on the 19th, this is the last day of Standard Time until November 3rd across many U.S. states and Canadian provinces. Clocks shift 1 hour ahead tomorrow at 2 a.m. local time. Daylight at Chicago's latitude is 11 hours, 39 minutes long. Tomorrow, with the shift of 1 hour in the clock, daylight gains 3 minutes. The new moon phase occurs tomorrow at 4 a.m. CDT, beginning lunation 1252, the number of lunar cycles since the count began in 1923. A great American solar eclipse occurs at the next new moon on April 8. The moon's shadow first touches Earth's surface in the South Pacific and races eastward. It reaches southwest Mexico, racing northeast toward Texas. The total eclipse shadow crosses the U.S. midsection near many populated areas. It moves across southeast Canada and the Maritime provinces and across the North Atlantic where it leaves the planet. This eclipse likely provides the largest mass migration for an event of this type because the eclipse shadow crosses the surface at or near major cities such as San Antonio, Dallas, Memphis, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Columbus, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Buffalo, and Montreal, with major transportation hubs and highway systems. In southern Illinois, the eclipse briefly passes over the same territory as the 2017 solar eclipse. So many sky watchers are returning to that region to see two total eclipses from one location. Cities such as Chicago experience a partial eclipse with 94% of the sun covered. Detroit has a 99% eclipse. Nearly all locations in the contiguous U.S. see the sun partly covered. Historically, the weather prospects are not good for the date, although April 8, 2023, was a clear day across the U.S. Midwest. Even with clouds, the sky gets very dark during the eclipse. Here is today's planet forecast. 3 of the bright planets frequently described in these articles are not visible because they are near the Sun. Mars, after its solar conjunction in November 2023, continues its long climb into the morning sky. Considerably dimmer than when it is near Earth, the planet is challenging to see. At 30 minutes before sunrise, it is over 5 degrees above the east-southeast horizon. The red planet is nearly 8 degrees to the upper right of brilliant Venus. Saturn is slowly moving into the eastern pre-dawn sky. It rises only 10 minutes before the Sun. Mars passes by on April 10. Expect to see Mercury in several evenings in the western sky. It is headed toward its best evening appearance of the year later this month. This evening the planet is only 3 degrees above the horizon at 30 minutes after sundown and not easily visible. In the morning sky, brilliant Venus is slowly sliding into brighter twilight. As the third brightest regular visitor to the night sky, it can be found less than 5 degrees up in the east-southeast at 20 minutes before sunrise. It is bright enough to be seen without a binocular's optical assist, but use one to initially find it. In the evening sky, Jupiter is the easiest bright planet to find after sundown. An hour after night falls, it is less than halfway up in the west-southwest. It easily outshines all other stars in the sky tonight. The planet moves eastward against Aries, east or above an imaginary line from Hamel to Menkar. Through a binocular, Jupiter and planet Uranus tightly fit into the same field of view. See the chart in the accompanying article. Place Jupiter to the lower right edge of the field. Uranus is to the upper left, near the star 53 in Aries. To gauge Jupiter's eastward trek, watch it approach and pass the star Omicron Arietis on March 13. The moon is nearby on this evening. Jupiter sets less than 5 hours after sundown and before midnight. Thank you for listening. Please read the articles at whenthecurveslineup.com.